I like that you mentioned Sick. We look on the other side at aKis. These are two support players, those Sage players, that have expanding champion or agent pools that they see. Sick going onto that Phoenix, you said. aKis bringing out the Killjoy sometimes, as we have seen that be used more and more here at the Pop Flash Ignition series. And we are on to Haven. We can see Envy attacking. It's going to be Sentinels on defense to start here. And we'll see what the first setup is. Omens, whatever way they're looking, you can tell where the smokes will go, that dark vision to start the round out. And it looks like everybody's just kind of huddled in mid here for Envy as they look for a starting pick on Sentinels.
Here we go. First blood. Who is going to draw it this time? Envy's taking their time over at A, and I like this. You know dapr is going to be here every round. The question is ShahZam right next to him? Are they trying to bait you in for a quick trade? So taking their time, checking every corner before they make a move. And of course, on that Killjoy, this turret has been so good at watching their back. Once you have it set up, you know you don't have to worry about any flanks coming from A or potentially window.
A lot of times we see the B to aCon hold here once an initial strategy has been in place. And we just heard kaboose talking about how Envy is a very mid-round stratting team. They'll kind of go off the flow, what they saw first, and again, here's that B strat bucket. Will they go for aCon side and try and protect?
Here we go. Keep your eyes on mummAy to get the first pick as he's looking for it. Ooh. There it is. Headshot's going to land. kaboose is going to find one as well. But ShahZam, well, he did at least a minimal amount of damage. Gets one pick, didn't get the second, but gives his team a chance on the retake here. Finesse with a big fight in garage, and now the front is open. We can see a pinch coming in from Sentinels.
Such big kills from zombs. He is absolutely controlling this round. If that flank worked from Envy, this was over. But zombs with the 4K. Oh my God, it starts from garage and he wraps it up into the bomb site.
Good start by Envy. They spread out around B properly. That small kill coming in from ShahZam, causing a little bit of chaos, but it all came down to that garage fight for me. Finesse was kind of holding the back line. When he falls, the rest of the team from Sentinels can crash in, and Zom's finding 4. The man is going to have money. Is he buying a Phantom right away? I wouldn't be surprised to see him go with a heavy invest here.
Oh my, and he'll go, maybe we'll see him go to his den behind the C dumpster to start off for the first 3 rounds. It seems like Zoms can pick up so much from there, and he is already vibing to start off the first round of the grand finals.
Look at the dance, baby. Great paranoia followed up to finish out the round. Can't ask for a better performance from your Omen in an opening round. And it'll be Envy trying to figure out how do we pull off an eco going up against the better weaponry. Sinatraa going with his patented LMG play from garage.
Just quickly on top, good damage there from Zoms onto mummAy with the Bulldog. As they're out, it looks like they got the ultimate orb down at the bottom. So Envy definitely having the idea they want to get a few of these orbs, farm it up. They feel like going down a few rounds on Sentinels will mean they need their ultimates early to fight back.
Sinatraa is going to bust out the Owl Drone and get all the information that they are not at C. They're definitely not at B, so they must be coming A. A flank coming in from Sick as he takes some fire from the turret. Worth it as he trades out with a kill on kaboose.
Doesn't even care for a moment there. Leaves it up, and he will now create pressure, right? He's leaving, but we see Calypso always have to turn around, look for him, and they'll be worried about the flank for a moment if they hear that turret go off again. Committing now to the site. What a camera here by dapr. He sees exactly what's going on, and they're going to be able to pretty much thwart this if Envy wants to try.
And I don't think Envy can at this point. They're realizing it as well. We've got 36 seconds left. We've got to go for a plant in the next 15. Let's get on the move. And you can see it was aKis walking his way out of the site. Is going to be looking for Sick here. The last time they saw the Phoenix, he was hanging out in that window area.
You can see how unsure they are. You have to regain all of this information, and they're moving as a kind of death squad here. All 3 members look like they'll go through garage, maybe one stay window, but everybody in sight could be beneficial. It's going to be a rush here, Puckett. Let's see what they can do.
Zoms was just close enough to hear those footsteps, and he's going to make the call. Look at these green bodies all rotating on the mini-map. They're going to wait till everyone is ready, though, before they go on the pounce. Vanessa is able to find the first, but Sick is there on the trade. This is kind of expected, but nice job by Envy to at least get a plan off. Any kills here is a small victory.
This is great. Obviously, we see Sentinels with guns, but they're not running through those smokes as Envy's trying to create these little 1v1s. Patience from Sentinels, and they take the site. Obviously, Envy trying to get in and get the bomb down is nice as they get money coming into their first gun round. Round 3 here. as it comes in.
And again, I love the pick of the Phoenix here from Sick. Put away Sage. Don't worry about playing slow and safe. Let's make it a little bit difficult for them to read. We'll go with a late push in this round. Finds Kaboose, takes a little bit of turret damage, but no big deal. He ends up with 3 kills in that round and is able to invest in the Phantom. So ARs are out across the board. I believe you're still going to see a Bulldog in the hands of Zombs, but can we flick over to ShahZam? Does the man have the operator? On the other side, mummAy does. So ShahZam just with the Bulldog from Zombs. It'll be Sinatraa still holding his Ares.
I love
Weapon
that.
advantage going to the attackers here from Envy.
I love that they can just kind of bonus the Ares in. No, Sinatra's going to want to spam all the time from Garage and make that really difficult to take. Right now, they leave that open just to keep checking and see if they can get any info before dappr's traps reveal what's going on. dappr's cam is now long. And again, another slow work from Envy. Once again, trying to really mid-strat through the round as the team delivers information they're getting to FNS.
I think mummAy is going to be a key player in this matchup, not just on this map, but throughout the best of 5. When they first met up, he was off his game. Kaboose was off his game. Calypso was playing relatively strong. Same thing with Finesse. But you need those 2-star players to really step up when you're playing against a juggernaut like the Sentinels. So if mummAy can start winning these opening battles with the operator and really set the tone, I think Sentinels are going to have to make some strong adjustments to their defense. So far, though, 45, make it a full minute off the clock now, as it's Envy just bouncing between the sites, trying to cause a little chaos on the defensive end, and already they are buying an A hit, as it looks like 3 players are set up ready for something that isn't necessarily going to go that direction.
Yeah, Envy not getting any of these operator picks to start. Looks like it's going to be that hit in mid with the run it back coming in from Kaboose. It's not going to be too much for the team just yet, as aKis does get a kill onto ShahZam. The 1-for-1 trade. Nice shock dart from Sinatraa is going to try to clean up with the spam. How did he make it through? But the retake has to happen as Envy gets the bomb down again.
aKis is so skinny on that Killjoy. Gets away with a sliver of health. 4 Sentinels up still. And they're going to be clearing the site. Of course, no Sage Wall to just block it up and go for the instant defuse like we're used to. Instead, they've got to go for the kills. And mummAy, he's got that bomb pinged, can just spam through the smoke as the Omen tries to provide cover. Zombs is going to hop this.
The wall of power being set up here by Sentinels going to happen. Shot from Dark Vision. He hits him right in the foot. Shoots his big toe off. That would take anybody off a defusal, but it's going to be back on Ari at half, and a kill from Sinatraa gives him 4 on the round. Threw down the Ares and said, we need a little bit more.
Yeah, that Sova's pretty good at finding people. Ares upgraded to the Vandal as well. All things going in Sentinel's favor. And Envy, for me in this matchup, they had to win the pistol rounds. If you don't win the first one, you got to get it in the second half. They're off to a very rough start, and this is when Sentinels can just take away the game.
I feel that. 7 people standing in front of you, and you still get taken out defusing the bomb. It's like,
come on, man.
Nightmares, man, nightmares. Coming in here to round 4. ShahZam with that operator now watching long. We can see Sheriffs in the hands as dapr makes quick work of one of those Sheriffs. Taking down the Cypher, and ShahZam will continue to answer here. Looks like Envy wants to try to roll through and maybe get that off out of ShahZam's hands, but too much lockdown by dapr and ShahZam today.
It's such a simple pinch, but it is so annoying to deal with. Like, look at this. mummAy even tries to get aggressive, pushes up. He's met with a cage as well as tagged up by a camera. Sinatra's just spamming him through a wall. He's down to 10 HP. This is ridiculous defense out of Sentinels. You started off with dapr peeking you.
Yeah.
You try and attack dapr, ShahZam's waiting with an operator on the other side.
You try and push ShahZam,
exactly.
dapr rotates around.
The duo pinch has been perfect on A defense, and they showcase it again against just pistols here. But you got to love the play that they set each other up for.
So he looks, rotates around, comes through, still has the cam lower too, so he can quick check it if you do get heard running away within earshot of your enemy. It just seems like they have everything set up, even if they have to come back to a play. Sentinels feeling good now, 4 rounds up on Envy's pick to start.
Now you see ShahZam, he's set up in B mid. He's looking for the window peek because that's where mummAy went with the operator last time he was able to go for that buy. So ShahZam looking purely to counter the sniper in the hands of the Envy players. Meanwhile, slow A hit is easing in. Sinatraa continues to spam, but the real work could be done by Sick here. They'll run it back.
Oh, slowly going. He thought he was going to get peeked. He did a good amount of damage, though. You can see It's going to be mummAy with basically 0 health on that bar at the top of your screen. Bladestorm is there. Lockdown is there for the Killjoy as aKis can try to get that up, but Lockdown is down as dapr makes quick work of that. Phantom shots through long, and the trades are back and forth as FNS has made it into A now. Will they be able to get Phoenix in? Can kaboose get that bomb down?
It's a nice push by Envy. They're losing players, but they make the most of it by sending Finesse in. Unfortunately, though, he is going to be pinned again. The spam from sinatraa followed up with zombs on the other side of the door. And it's going to be up to kaboose. Can he be a legend again? Last night he had the 4K. Here he is only getting 1. It's going to be zombs hunting the last remaining member. Calypso has been lurking out in the middle of the map. Now he's on the flank, finds the first, but the sinatra's still on the site.
Oh, he knows he gets to play with an Omen here. With the shadow step to the right. I don't know if that was heard through the... Oh my god, he got him through the paranoia! And sinatraa did not know that switch happened. Paranoia messes with your hearing, and sinatraa comes out with a quick shot on the Omen, if you can even say that.
Congrats to Calypso for making that one fun to watch, but props to sinatraa. The burr is clean, finds the headshot, and a quick whip to the right. Here it is one more time. Final play after Finesse gets onto the site with the help of kaboose. The players get the spike planted. Calypso with a late flank, and let's see how he plays this one. Paranoia is out, goes across, and I think the Paranoia clears just in time for sinatraa here. But he hears it, and he instantly reacts, finding the headshot and sealing the 5th round for Sentinels in a row. Now, money bonus is there for Envy. They've lost a lot of rounds in a row, and they're going to try and spend every credit they have this round here, Griff.
Zombs from the homestead on the back of C, spraying down that long portion, and they find 2 kills through the smoke. That will stop Envy in their tracks on the gun round buy. Looks like Bladestorm is going to be coming out here for mummAy, and he instantly gets floored as he drops into the site. Zombs takes down aKis, and it's just one after the other. One more kill here in Cubby, and Sick makes quick work of Calypso. What a round for Sentinels.
What a round, absolutely. And so much invested from Envy. They went with both the Omen ultimate as well as the Jett ult from mummAy. Shut down instantly by Sick, who is behind the dark cover, still able to land some flashes. And then, of course, reacting to that Omen, gathering the intel. The punish was there, and it all happened in the first 10 seconds as they opened it up with the Hunter's Fury. Sentinels playing this one incredibly well, countering ultimates with ults of their own.
I wonder... We haven't seen too much utility from the attacking side of FNS. If that's going into more guns, if that's going into purchases, because you're not getting trips on the flanks as much. Obviously, a bit of a save here, so you're not going to see that. But we'll pay attention next round to FNS's buy and utility use. ShahZam with quick pickups here as a bit of a back and forth to start off. Sentinels do lose sinatraa.
And aKis did big work there with the Sheriff. He is able to pick up the first kill on 6. Sinatra's brought down to, what, 10 HP? Hit through the wall with a headshot, so that could have been even worse. Instead, though, dapr is just going to walk his way up A, saying, hey, guys, I've got the spike. We've got nothing to worry about. ShahZam's going to hold my angle. Sheriff's versus Omp. I've got my money on ShahZam every time.
dapr is just in the heads of Envy right now. They cannot seem to figure out where he'll be or when. A quick digital molly or give an idea that Envy's trying to retake this position. Nice paranoia to stop that retake as Calypso gets a kill, 2 kills. Zom's there to finish him off.
Ooh, I got nervous for Sentinels there for a moment. Calypso started hitting the shots. Zombs on the rotation, though, will find him and shut down that progress. But props to Calypso and aKis for the damage they got done with just minimal weapons that round.
Okay.
Now they've got rifles to play with. This should be a fair fight here in round 8. Envy scoreless so far. It's the grand finals. This is their map pick.
Yeah.
Attacking never easy against this Sentinel squad, though, that is still holding on to an Omen and an Operator on opposite sides of the map.
See, at this point, there are the trips down coming in from FNS, but a cam miss, something else to identify that it's happening. Maybe we like to see Envy use that camera, that utility for the post plant, but I feel like they're not getting enough intel with just the bodies at the beginning of the round. Having that cam be there consistently throughout the round is really what can give you flank info. Spikes drop now at window as Envy look to work this one slow. Again, pick up info, deliver it to FNS, and then make a move.
You can see the lurk from Sick on the bottom left of your mini-map. Meanwhile, the big fights are going down at A, and mummAy is going to swing wide, finding ShahZam, who is holding the top angle. So with the Jett down, no Sage on the map for a res. It's going to be man advantage for Envy And they're just going to take their time. After this pick, they're going to look for the hole and then probably push this one through the garage back over to C site. That has been their best point of attack so far throughout their matchup. It
does seem like Sentinels feels a little bit better at retaking C, so on those A plays, they leave it, and this could be to Envy's benefit. Zom's quickly checking an area, pulls back, and you do see the rotation coming out of Sentinels that he didn't see anything, so no info still gives them an idea of what's going on.
And look at this, the spike's rotating right back to A. This is so good. What a great reaction from Envy, but this is a full commit. You got 26 seconds on the clock. You got to go all in here. Kaboose is going to be leading the charge. Meanwhile, it's just noise in the middle of the map here from Calypso. He's playing his role, and he's trying to continue to distract. Gonna get punished, though, by dapr. Nice lurk kill.
Oh, my
and
word.
This one back to a 4v4.
dapr, again, right place, right time, takes out the flank, and now Envy has to work with what's in sight. Post-plant utility a little low. They do have the digital mollies on it from aKis, and here comes Sentinels.
Zom's on the deep flank, but there's a tripwire in his way. Meanwhile, Kaboose buying time with that blaze wall. And we're going to see mummAy find this second shot. Sick will finally cut him down, and now dapr comes out with the trade. The neural theft is enormous so far for Sentinels, and everyone will be cut down on the site. Sick is going to get the defuse, and he is going to be another step closer to his third run it back of the first half.
You know, I was going to question sending the Odin to heaven, but it doesn't even matter. Everybody's on point, as Sentinels are just retaking with such strength right now. And it does seem like they're allowing Envy into situations. If the round goes long, they say, well, we don't want to get five-manned out of position. We have the retake. And they're just, Sentinels is so methodical right now. It's great to watch.
Their aggressive defense is just giving them so much information. You get an early read by just 6 presence on the map. Keep your eyes on that green Phoenix. Wherever he's going, often you know the opponents are not. He's either going to get first blood right away, or he's going to give you that info, and Sick wants to push up behind the distraction from Sinatraa. Damage is dealt to Calypso, but everyone survives the first fight.
And we get an idea of where the map is at the beginning here, I think for the first time and in the earliest. So we'll see how they move. Good damage towards mid right now. We do see a few are low. And it's going to be the aKis take. Do they get all the way in here? ShahZam has to back off again. Sentinel's okay with the retake, waiting, and Kaboose tries to get the push on. ShahZam says, nuh-uh.
And ShahZam continues to take a little bit of damage from that nano swarm, but he pops out the blades. The storm is available. No more upwinds, but he is going to be taken down before a knife can go flying. aKis looking for his second as the Killjoy continues to impress.
It's exactly what Envy needed, I feel like, to work a little bit quicker and to get Sentinels off their positions. Sentinels just seems to have these angles they're able to hold as Envy has been moving in slow. You have the first angle, defense is going to be able to shoot you pretty good. So their Envy moves quick. They get the utility down all inside of B, and they're able to come up with their first round to see if Sentinels reacts to that and just plays it slow once again.
Envy finally on the board. They've got their guns of choice, and they have a huge advantage when it comes to the ultimates. 3 ready to pop right away, and of course you see Calypso is just 1 kill from unlocking his. You could be playing for an early orb, or will they just send him in as the second man once again up short A? I like that Envy continues to work this A behind the turret. That's what stalled out dapr on the flank last round. Unfortunately for them, mummAy just walks into a headshot from ShahZam, who set up for another, just misses wide left, but dapr is there to clean up the finesse. And this is a great bounce back from Sentinels early on.
They're just so confident in their shots. I mean, an that's not going to be easy to get out of. A lot of util is going to be able to take down dapr. Exactly, that's what I was going for. They did get the return on investment, but they invested a lot. And we heard some of the players talking earlier. It's just hard to take out a team that's feeling confident, that's always in your face. And to have ShahZam up from there and then dapr peek, meaning the other team is going to know someone might be there, and dapr still comes up with a shot. Sentinels is just on fire right now. Sinatraa already in sight by himself, almost gets 2 as Kaboose opens that up. We'll see how Envy can play this post plant.
And you could see the rotation that actually went down from Sentinels. They stayed on B, they stayed on C, because Envy, every other time, they've backed up after some initial pressure. So nice job by Envy just to run fully onto the site with the 3 remaining members. It comes down to the 2v2. Sick has curveballs to work with, but so does kaboose. He's going to flank at the perfect time, but that somehow flashes him over the box. aKis is going to save the day, keeps his teammate alive, and kaboose will finish the round. 8-2, Envy winning them back-to-back, but these have been tight.
Almost got scary there. Envy does come up with one, but you're right. These rounds are down to the last drop, and Envy's actually not coming away with too many guns alive. As we see the beginning of this one again. What work by ShahZam and dapr on A. This is just a hole we can watch over and over again.
And I think you got to credit Calypso. You just saw a replay there of how he edged out ShahZam. Wasn't expecting a re-peek from the operator. Calypso picks it up off the dead body, puts it to work. They break onto A, and Envy, well, they've made it back-to-back. If they could finish 8-4, this would be a big victory on the attack. But dapr strikes early, not playing A. He runs out through the mid and finds the first pick. Spike's still down in the back, but kaboose takes down zombs. It's 4-on-4.
Kaboose has definitely said he's feeling it. He feels like he's at the peak of his play here as they reach the grand finals. Fine, Sick behind the box. Better Phoenix wins. Another one and possibly finding dapr just around the corner, but they know he's there. So now intel to the team, but this is where dapr thrives. He loves the pressure, and yes, tips his cap to the side of Envy as they do not want part of this party.
Kaboose already with 3. He's in the running for the ace, and as we mentioned, Spike was in the back. It's in the hands now of the Cypher as it's going to be Finesse who really wants to peek this corner. He knows ShahZam is going to have an angle, or at least someone is going to be looking down long with the Phantom.
Oof. It's like he's tapping the mat. He's getting ready. He's energizing, and then he peeks. Here's the shot. Oh, my gosh, the cat and mouse. Oh, it's going to work for him. Possibly ShahZam still be able to hit the shot here. And knowing the next one has to be close. The ring around the Rosie on default. Is he going to be able to hit his FNS comes up big. And now it's Cypher versus Cypher Puckett.
Finesse was so clutch against T1 in the 1v1s. The neural theft is going to give him all the information. Both Cyphers investing their ultimates in this battle, so it'll be headshots only.
The hardest headshots ever.
The tiny brain. Tiny mannequin head.
See, it's so difficult. It's almost impossible. They try right away. FNS tries to decoy with the gate. Special hands by dapr.
It's tickle time. All right, 7 health versus 8 health. This is a ridiculous fight. And 80 health. We'll see if dapr can land the headshot. He is banking on it. Finesse has played this perfectly, and Finesse is going to find the shoulder.
You're not going to see a headshot there. No, I'm just kidding.
Not happening today. And Finesse again clutch. We talked about the man in the matchup against T1. He's done it so many times against teams like Cloud9, Dignitas, and more. But here he is going up against Sentinels after being down 8 in a row. They take 3.
Woo. You love to hear it.
Everyone hiding.
Making quick work of one. We saw FNS take that shot, and then the pressure's on both of them with the adrenaline pumping on the end of that round. As Envy, like you said, Puckett would love the 4 rounds here. Let's see if they can grab it.
I mean, you look at the stats, and I think Finesse and ShahZam have to be 2 of the top fragging IGLs.
Yeah, guaranteed. Guaranteed. I am on board with that.
Here's going to be the peek from Zombs, and mummAy with the flick finds his belly button. C has been opened up. Can they push the spike there? Sinatraa through the smoke is spamming, and he's going to connect on aKis with a random headshot. Hits himself a little bit with that shock dart, but also prevents any jump ups.
My gosh. This is going to clear soon, and there's the shot. mummAy hits another one exactly like his first. I don't know if it's going to be an easy retake here for Sentinels. They've been slowing down a bit on the ability to get to the post plant. Shot from kaboose. Everybody for Envy just nailing their shots this round.
mummAy is back to his peak form. He is flicking like a madman, and even though Sinatraa is able to take down kaboose, you have to think that Envy are the heavy favorites here with Spike planted, 3 players on C to defend it. It's the final round as well, so you can all die to the bomb. You don't have to worry about weapons here, but Sinatraa says, worry about my ultimate. There are 2 random shots that will land for back-to-back kills. Only mummAy alive. He's got to go clutch in the 1v1.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Sinatraa just knows. ShahZam himself has said Sinatra's just ultimates out of nowhere, that he is so aware of what positioning the enemy team could have so deep into a round. and it's incredible that he continues to hit those. The ace for sinatraa to shut down Envy from getting that 4th round in the first half.
Overwatch League MVP, World Cup champion, League MVP as well, in my opinion. I mean, it's just...
Seems like he's going to add a lot more to that list, Puckett.
I know. It's kind of like Psalm. I'm waiting for the day when Psalm and sinatraa are like 35 years old, playing something in 2035, still winning championships together. For now, though, love to see them both moving over here to Valorant, and sinatraa making his presence felt gives Sentinels a 9th round. They are just 4 away from stealing Envy's first map pick here in the grand final.
Things like that, too, play on the mental. Knowing it's just so tough, it seems like Sentinels always have an answer when you think the site was yours. 2 kills come out of sinatraa, and that could be from anyone, Puckett. There are so many windows of opportunity Sentinels creates for themselves here. Envy trying to open up one of those windows of opportunity. Kaboose getting aggressive and finds Zom's face and takes it right off.
This is so big. We talked about the importance of pistol rounds against Sentinels. Envy, they've struggled with it early on. They've got to win this pistol to stay in the fight. Kaboose will be dropped, but aKis is there to score back. So a 4-on-3. Envy still holding strong on defense, and Finesse is going to help from long. Nice pinch coming in as sinatraa is down to 100 health. I thought he was going to take more damage there from Finesse. He is going to be the last hope in a 1v3, and it's not going to happen. mummAy shuts it down, and there is the round.
Bit of a stall from the dark vision coming in from Calypso on that. Really well played by the defense of Envy. It seemed like Sentinels kind of got hung up there on a ramp. Did not want to come in and follow sinatraa into the site. Pistol round going over to Envy as they do find that 4th round. They were looking for last half. They just had to make it work here.
This is the perfect start for Envy.
You really
had Kaboose getting aggressive. He was able to take out Calypso. Then the rest of the team continues the flank as Finesse pinches. The other 3 can react and push down A. It was just a sandwich, and it works out. But now you got Kaboose with a sniper in hand peeking down long A, and a perfect counter is coming out from the Sentinels attack.
Great way to use the drone to make sure that that Cypher trap is taken away. Now that Jett has even more freedom if she needs to get in. They're going to be pushing right through here. We'll see what happens on this round. Sentinels just trying to completely overrun the side of Envy.
Strong flash slowing them down, but Sentinels still with 2 players up. Finesse tickling shots back and forth. Long range against ShahZam. aKis is going to come in and help him out. And that is going to leave just zombs left to stop this defuse. Kaboose misses once, misses twice. There's a punish.
Oh, Paranoia onto 1. aKis close enough to still see zombs as he was caught just on the wing of that Paranoia. And the 5th round here for Envy. We'll see what the strat does become for Sentinels here. They're getting through these rounds, obviously looking to take down Envy. Now that Sentinels has guns, how do they play this one out?
And that was a full save last round from the Sentinels.
Right.
You saw the Owl drone, but that was probably purchased in the first round. Taking a look, yes, ShahZam was able to buy up. He goes with just the light armor, but this is going to be the first operator of the second half. ShahZam, if you looked at the first bloods, the man was in our top 10 list for getting picks with this weapon.
And it's absurd, too. Able to not set a precedent with those picks, be in different positions all the time to take his opponents off guard, as well as being the IGL. He has not been an IGL throughout his entire career. Sorry, it did just come in for Valorant for him. So ShahZam really learning that very recently and doing an immaculate job at it here. We see a Sentinels A play, but that spike is still hanging out. So we'll see what they actually decide to do in the end.
Envy is going to be set up here for aKis and Kaboose to go for the trades. Nice job getting rid of the camera. dapr wisely backs down, but you're trapped now, Sick. And Kaboose is going to find dapr. Didn't feel the presence of Sick in the corner, and Sick will be able to trade that out. So aKis in a bit of trouble here. He does have all kinds of gear, but in fact, as you take a peek at the minimap, it looks like it's gone now.
Yeah. I was looking for it as well as soon as you said that, and it seems like he just has to jump peek continuously, looking up for maybe a dart to come in. Like he's like preemptively waiting. He's ready to just shut down any fast intel coming in, and these are the things you need to prep for.
This is genius. Look at the timing. sinatraa is waiting to shoot that dart.
Oh, my word.
Somebody has been watching film. Shout out to the coaches here, and aKis is ready for it.
Sinatraa comes in, Calypso takes him out blind, and it looks like he's going to have a nice crossfire here, but they double team him from that left side, and Sinatraa is just finding utility and rifle kills here as he shuts him down. mummAy with the tactical use of dash as he gets in right within range of this plant.
Talk about utility use from mummAy. He throws up the cloud in front of ShahZam, doesn't land the op shot, and mummAy buys time for a little bit of help before doing the job himself. Envy, they were in a rough spot. 9-3 was the score at the half. They've rattled off 3 in the most important round right there as they take the operator out of Sentinel's hands as well as all of the assault rifles. It all started here as kaboose finds dapr and aKis ready for the trades.
Right in. That's one of the things that becomes tricky with Jett being able to break that movement mold of TAC FPS. Got to be ready all the time if she is still up. 9-6 here. Sentinels still looking strong, 3 rounds ahead. But they are having some trouble here as they're getting pushed back and forth between eco rounds. Sinatraa once again, does he find a kill? It seems like it's almost every one, and it's not going to be this time as Sick and FNS start trading for their teams respectively.
Yeah, and this is just a feed up C-Long at this point. Sentinels know they're not walking away with the round. We'll see how many guns we can take off of the Envy players is the plan. dapr just spamming through the cage with the ghost. Is going to take out a camera, but he has been tagged up. They know exactly where the last remaining member of the Sentinels are. But Spike's down, so no need to move if you're Envy.
Right. The slow walk by dapr. I'm going to see if I can get a long flank all by myself and maybe drop a gun out of the hands of Envy. What a game so far. Envy as well, putting up decent rounds on defense here. Able to retake the sites.
Okay, you just found a toy for free.
Oh.
Toy was broken.
Yeah, that was super broken. aKis saying, thank you very much for another kill. And that's nice to make sure that he is not, dapr's not walking away with a weapon there that they can bonus round into Sentinel's hands. And ShahZam again buys down, but he's got full armor this time. And looking at the rounds, that's going to be 2,900 that Sinatraa and team are receiving on the side of Sentinel. So add that to the money you see here, and then maybe 200 to kill. So it's not amazing if they lose this round. They may be able to buy, but not with not much util.
You can take a look right there. 7 of the last 8 rounds going in favor of Envy. They're definitely heating up, and more importantly, they have been making this tough financially for the Sentinels. This is another crucial round as you see the investments coming in. The run it back is good for one. kaboose will be able to stay alive as he returns to his body. aKis on the other side of the wall won't be able to trade out, though, as Sick finds the headshot.
It does seem like Sentinels kind of has these angles of Envy being held. Each time they peek, each time they wide swing, Envy loses 1 or 2 members to Sentinels moving up more on the map. And they're always winning these small trades. Neural uplink comes out. And they'll know exactly where everyone is. Sick's going to enter now, breaking a bit of the utility, and that'll actually good if they want to go for a second take.
Yeah, it's a good thing there was no aKis on the map. You had already been removed, so the nano swarms don't come into play.
Hello.
Calypso's going to gather the info, and again, they know exactly where the Sentinels are. For now, 40 seconds left on the clock. Sentinels got to make a move in the next 20, so you don't need to react right away for Envy, but that's starting to weigh in on the back of your mind.
Bladestorm is there. If they do lose a site too much, the B take comes in, and this is pretty normal late into a round. A lot of people leave B because of the ability to rush it right away. dapr always on the flank. This man with a lot of the first bloods. This one coming in a little later to the round, but his positioning usually helps the team take out an impact player on the opposing side.
Last time ShahZam was looking for mummAy with an operator. The cloud burst and movement threw him off. He's holding a hard angle. And mummAy is going to choose not to challenge. We are just going to give them this round. Keep our weapons.
Yep.
As it's Calypso trying to get far enough away from this blast while being trapped in.
Slowly hitting it for the push here. It looks like we're going to see Calypso looking for a gun, and not much coming in from mummAy as he hangs out on the side. The retake's coming in here. Not enough time on that, but it definitely helps to kind of pause and see if you can. Whenever you're doing a retake, if you go in right away, you might be caught in the enemy's rotation and have 2 people looking at you, 3 people looking at you. When you give a little time for that retake, you're kind of assuring yourself the enemy has a set angle. Maybe you're only in that 1v1 now, so actually giving a bit of time there, which Envy was waiting for and unfortunately lost another member, to take the site again definitely helps. It doesn't always have to be pressured right away unless you're with a full 5-man just running right in.
And you saw from the attacking half, Finesse has been so good on pinching. He
Yeah.
was the one trying to pinch, but dapr was lurking. He was just waiting.
Right.
You now know how dapr likes to play once they set up on B. How do you deal with the Cypher moving forward? There's always been a little mind games played at C long here. And we'll see if there is an early pick as mummAy may get aggressive. On the other side, zombs has been holding this angle for the first 15 seconds of the round.
We saw actually this position here being so big by Shanks in the Dignitas match, able to grab info so deep onto the attacker side, and it really helps switch up how the defenders can play. Again, there's the info grabbed, and we'll see if that is any movement from Envy. I mean, their positioning right now is fantastic with that kill, so just knowing they're a person up gives them a big advantage.
It's been a slow push up. That was Zombs' dark cover that just cleared in Garage. But Sinatraa, he cleared it out using the Owl drone. He's been working side by side with Sick, who hasn't had to invest any curveballs yet. Finesse is going to be found, but dapr can't finish the kill. And Envy is rotating really well around this push from Sentinels. They've got him trapped in the middle of the map with aKis still sitting behind a cage.
Puckett, that's a great call. It's so easy to want to challenge somebody that's in your garage. You want to take it back, but you're right. Envy is doing a great job at rotating around, keeping themselves alive, keeping the pressure up as aKis takes down 2. ShahZam now alone in that B site, has to call back for a Sick, and he is not going to make it.
Yeah, good luck, ShahZam. He is going for the miracle play. 13 seconds left. The blades are out. He's not going to find anything, and he's going to lose his gun. Figured he was dead to rights anyway. Why not try and do some damage? A 9-3 half all of a sudden is a 2-round game as Envy has clawed their way back in this one, 8-10. And they still have the advantage when it comes to the economy and the weaponry.
Really strong mental here from Envy. And 2 ops.
Yes.
So really strong economy.
And you saw Calypso. He's clean with it. He's been picking up off of mummAy's
We saw
dead
that
body.
yesterday. I was impressed.
Now they both have the operator from the get-go, and ops have been critical for these last first bloods.
So what is his position? Look at this push down mid. Whoa, Envy. Right out of the gate. Operator over the shoulder here of kaboose as he heads into window. He's been feeling on point with an opening shot, so he sets that up. And the intel grabbed here from Envy is fantastic already, and it looks like they'll start moving towards A to start things off.
Kaboose is going to be on the really late flank. Normally he gets aggressive with the run it back. This time I don't think they'll expect it. And the read is here. 3 defenders all stacking up in the back of A, and Killjoy, she's going to throw down that lockdown. So anyone in the area is going to be dropping their gun and standing still basically for 8 seconds.
Sick. Go. Sick. Oh, he just got out, but he may not be chased. There's still a bit of pressure here created on the long portion by ShahZam. mummAy pushing through where we saw kaboose previously. He's even deeper now. They're an attacker spawn. Oh my gosh, Bucket. Envy really trying to push themselves to the limit on this one. It may have lost a little too much ground in the sights.
Yeah.
It's going to be the pressure from the Stinger, and dapr picks up a free gun.
I feel like Envy,
my word.
Envy tried to force that one a little bit too much. After aKis throws down the lockdown, you have a site taken, and you have 2 players watching the exit. So there's nowhere else to go but back onto the A site, but the rotations were kind of thrown off, and Envy is punished for it. Sentinels get the job done with I believe that was a Stinger that round, and a pistol to go on top of 1 operator and 2 ARs.
I feel like at one point in that round, Sentinels said to themselves, why is there up pushing window? Rush A right now. And it just seemed like that was unstoppable as they could not, or sorry, Envy could not get back into position after really what seemed like a great pincer. Sometimes investing a little too much in that push definitely hurts you in the sites you need to defend, and we'll see here on this next buy. It's going to be guns for Sentinels, and Envy going down a bit in cash flow here as they're going to start getting that losing round money. This is a pivotal one for them to get back.
I don't know who was the hero of the last round either for the Sentinels, but somebody picked aKis from the window, and that's what opened up this site. So credit to, I believe it was likely Sick or dapr making their way through short A. Let's take a look at the push from Sentinels here. They know that aKis is always set up with all of his gear down long A. kaboose tries to push forward, but Sick is going to hit him with the curveball instantly. So it's just aKis on A for the moment. Will Sentinels try and force this one all the way in, or will they take their time and back out after getting some utility out?
Look at that fast rush towards A long. Sentinels loves to set 2 back there. You rush it fast, you flash, you don't give Envy the time to set up the strat that you were using on defense. So Sentinels just feel like they're in the head of their opponent sometimes with activating a strat immediately on a round when they haven't done it before. Jumping out of the window, mummAy actually gets hit through the wall on that shot, and they may want to take this all the way B. Sentinels rushing in.
Not the best cloud, as it's going to be sinatraa charging right through, finds Calypso. And it's going to be dapr on the back end. Remember, Finesse last time got caught in the garage. This time tries to flank all the way around dapr, but he finds the headshot anyway.
It just does not seem like dapr wants to go down this game. Every time we see the dapr FNS fight, it is dapr coming up with a little more finesse. mummAy takes down sinatraa. Is the rotation coming in from Sentinels now?
Nice job by mummAy not to die instantly, but there's just too many players around. You're not keeping that up.
It's also hard to know when they're rotating around in your spawn. You're like, okay, I am completely surrounded. Match point now as Sentinels look to take Envy's map in their Haven pick.
I see a lot of questions in the chat. Yes, this is the start of the grand finals. This is map number 1, and Envy got the picks on map 1 and map 3. Up next, we will have Bind, which is the Sentinels map pick.
Very true.
But to steal your opponent's map to kick off the grand finals, you can't ask for a better start. And it all opened up with zombs in a 4K 20 rounds ago. Here we go, round 21, and it could be the final one as sinatraa is going to gather the info. mummAy has already popped the blades, as it's going to be a weaker buy coming from your defenders.
We see sinatra's drone hovering low, looking to break Cypher traps as it comes into that C site. And FNS doesn't like that position. He feels like it's more of a one and done this time.
What they were able to do, or they were able to push zombs up. sinatraa with the Hunter's Fury is going to remove Finesse, so the in-game leader, he can flick around cameras. But that's the only contribution he'll have in this round. mummAy has been holding the door, and Sick doing the exact same thing on the opposite end, as Sentinels haven't agreed to commit anywhere. They're just trying to do the damage from afar.
If a kill comes up as well for Sick coming in here, that's run it back for Phoenix. They have so many options, and that may just be a smoke long A. They get that, have 30 seconds to hit the site, and it looks like they are going to start creeping towards that A side. A nice cam here revealing everything if they would have had trouble before.
And here they go, moving their way down short. Kaboose, he's got a feeling.
Oh boy.
And now he's going to hear it. Around the corner, he's going to get 3 with the flash. Finds the first on Sick. A second curveball is here to punish. But can he connect? Healing himself up while buying time. The molly is there to stall as well. Great defense up to this point, but it was enough time for sinatraa to flank.
It's a big kill too. They kill to run it back. Envy has a much greater chance to get themselves back in the site here. Nice dash through. Can mummAy keep himself alive? It's a lot of pincer here coming in from Envy. Looks like Sentinels knows which angle to look.
Can aKis be the hero? sinatraa says no. Calypso is going to find him, though. And it's a 2-on-2 here, Riv.
Slowly moving in. 92 HP here with some armor. dapr low. As we're back onto zombs, checking his angles, everything that he can. Spam so they know where one is coming from. They have to watch from the smoke. He's almost getting the defuse down, and they killed him right before it goes off. It's at half. It's the 1v1. dapr's been good, but it's going to be Calypso with a 3K to pick this one up.
We're staying alive. Envy is still in it, and they're looking for double digits now. That one came down to the wire, but it was the hero play from Kaboose, buying so much time at short, doing the damage, picking up the first kill on Sick. And even though sinatraa was able to flank, aKis comes over the top and answers back with a few kills of his own. Envy staying alive in this one, and remember, they barely had weapons that last round. Now they've got a Spectre, they've got a Judge on mummAy. No blades to work with, but you still have Finesse's ult as well as Calypso's teleport if needed.
See where the Omens are setting up. Smoke window, push mid, coming in from Envy. See if they can get an early frag here. He pushes up all the way to the box. Oh my gosh, Sick on the other side of the wall. The game of cat and mouse, and sinatraa holds window in the dark vision to make sure they get Kaboose this time.
And I don't even know if he was looking for that second player in the back. He was just already pre-aiming. As the jump came in, we're going to see Sick get the info, but only on one. Here we go with the A-hit. dapr's going to lead the charge. aKis is going to be the hero if Envy stays alive on this push.
I feel like Sentinels is kind of thinking they have the digital mollies, the Killjoy stuff on that A site. We may be able to just find her in utility. The plan is to go in, and that is actually going to be able to see aKis for a moment as he hides in hell. dapr takes him down and sends him even further.
What a way to finish this. This is the first time aKis doesn't shoot the dart from Sinatraa, it feels like, in this half, and he is instantly punished. Sick is around the corner for anyone pushing from the defender spawn. Meanwhile, dapr setting up to make sure no one's dropping from heaven. Out comes mummAy, though, and he is going to make a count with the judge. Unfortunately, though, everyone else is waiting on the site, and it will be a 13-9 finish as Sentinels strike first.